In today's video, we'll talk about the Japanese Phantom Prophecy comic book, The Future I Saw, written by Ryo Tatsuki. So let's begin. Ryo Tatsuki is a Japanese female comic book writer born in 1954. Her comic book career was from 1975 to 1999. The Future I Saw is the last comic book she wrote in 1999. Suddenly, in 2011, her work went viral because The Future I Saw predicted the Tohoku earthquake in Japan on 11 March 2011. Therefore, people wanted to know the remaining prophecies for the future. After her work went viral, many people claimed to be Ryo Tatsuki, but they were all fakes. Some of these people even got interviewed by the media. Considering the extensive fake claims and the insanely high price of The Future I Saw published in 1999, the real Ryo Tatsuki decided to come back in October 2021 and published a new reissue version of The Future I Saw with some new updates through the publisher named Asuka Shinsha. The content of the comic The Future I Saw is about the main character, Ryo Tatsuki, who is the writer herself, telling her friends about the dreams she had and how these dreams turned out to be true one by one. In reality, Ryo Tatsuki started to record her dreams every day in 1976 when she was 22 and named these records Dream Diary. She recorded both the time of her dreams and the time inside her dreams, which contributes to the accuracy of her prophecies. Initially, she recorded her dreams simply because she wanted to use them as the materials for her comics as a comic book writer, but later she realized her dreams were predictions of the future. The Future I Saw is her compilation of 15 prophecies according to her dreams. 9 out of the 15 prophecies predicted in her book turned out to be true, 2 cannot be understood, and 4 prophecies have not happened. Here are the prophecies that turned out to be true. The dream of the Tohoku earthquake happened on the 11th of March, 1996, as recorded in The Future I Saw, but she only saw the year and month in her dream, which were 2011 and March. Therefore, she didn't know what would happen on the 11th in Japan. Then 15 years later, the earthquake happened and caused her work to go viral. In November 1976, she was watching the news in her dream. The news reported that Freddie Mercury, the frontman of the band Queen, died because of some disease. 10 years later, on the 28th of November 1986, she dreamed about the band Queen again. But this time, she saw all the band members except Freddie, who was a statue in the dream. Then, again 15 years later, on the 24th of November 1991, Freddie died because of AIDS. On 31 August 1992, she dreamed about the death of Princess Diana. The death happened on 31 August 1997, 5 years apart from her dream. On the 25th of April 1982, she dreamt about the death of a Japanese rock star. She saw that person in her dream, but did not know who he was. 10 years later, on April 25th, 1992, the famous Japanese rock star Yutaka Ozaki suddenly died at age 26. Yutaka Ozaki started his career in 1983, and she had this dream in 1982. That's why she didn't recognize him. She had 3 consecutive dreams on January 2nd, 1995. In the first dream, the land of Kobe, a city in Japan, had cracked, and only 15 days after this dream, the Great Hanshin earthquake happened on January 17th. The second one was that she dreamed of retiring around the year 2000. Because of this dream, she decided to retire in 1999. In the third one, she dreamed that an unknown virus appeared in Japan in 2020, causing a widespread plague. The prediction of this pandemic is written in her book published in 1999, which fits with the pandemic of the coronavirus. In her dreams about this pandemic, she saw that the plague disappeared after reaching its peak in April 2020, and it will appear again 10 years later, around 2030. Although the coronavirus did not disappear, there was a decrease in infected cases of coronavirus in Japan after April 2020. Besides, the sunspot numbers were lowest in 2020, and it will happen again 10 years later in 2030, so the possibility of having plagues or disasters will be high. The remaining dream recorded in her book that has happened is about her personal experience. She dreamed of a person she didn't know and later met in real life, who was an Indian. We don't understand 2 dreams. One is that she saw the number 99.8.2 written on the corner of a paper. She woke up when she attempted to read the rest of the paper. Therefore, only these numbers were recorded. What it means still remains unknown. There was speculation that something was going to happen on August 2nd, 1999, but nothing special happened. The second dream happened on the 12th of June, 1995, in which she saw the Japanese words kaiki on a piece of paper, which means memorial for a dead person. Up to now, nobody knows what this memorial is about or what it implies. Now let's talk about the 4 dreams that have yet to happen. In one dream, she saw her funeral, yet she only saw the month and date, July 15th, but not the specified year. In the summer of 1981, she dreamed of a tsunami in Yokohama in Japan at about 5 o'clock in the morning. She didn't record the specific date, because back then, before 1981, she didn't realize her dreams were prophecies. She knew the time from a clock in the dream. She was born in Yokohama, therefore she could identify the place. The tsunami engulfed her in the dream, and then she woke up and wrote the details down. Until now, the tsunami has not happened. On August 20, 1991, she dreamed of a massive volcanic eruption on Mount Fuji in Japan. Mount Fuji used to be a very active volcano. According to historical records, the Mount Fuji volcano erupted a total of 17 times in less than 1,000 years before the year 1707, with an average of 1 eruption every 50 years. But after that last eruption in 1707, there has been no eruptions until now, and 315 years have passed. An eruption can happen at any time, and this eruption is a super large one because it has been accumulating for more than 300 years. Finally, on July 5, 1999, 4 days after the publication of The Future I Saw, Tatsuki had a terrible dream about a massive catastrophe. In the dream, she was in the sky looking at the Earth and saw a huge explosion in the sea between Japan and the Philippines. The explosion caused a crack in the seabed, and then a large amount of magma erupted from the crack and sprayed into the sky, which caused a huge tsunami. Years later, on July 5, 2021, she dreamed about the same situation again, and this time she knew the time in the dream, July 2025. Some people theorize that the catastrophe might have been caused by meteorites falling on Earth. If a meteorite with a diameter of more than 1 kilometer hits the sea on Earth, it can cause a mega tsunami with a height of hundreds or even thousands of meters, and we may have the same fate as the dinosaurs. Moreover, some suspected that Elon Musk might also know about this, and that's why he desperately wants to colonize Mars before 2024. And that was the video, guys. Do you have any conspiracy theories about Ryo Tatsuki, her prophecies, and the comic book? To know more about this case and other conspiracy theories around it, comment below and let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to regularly receive our content. Thanks for watching.